Welcome to Foul Play Ricky. This is the story of me, Ricky Barone, private eye informant detective who was booted from the force for playing by my own rules. I'm just trying to make sense of it all and maybe score some Crystal Pepsis along the way. This is my story.
Listen, if there's one thing I have learned, it's that it's the bastard's way or the highway, and the highway don't care if you're all alone.
Says the stranger. He extends his hand to shake mine and says,
They call me the Bullseye Bastard, 'cause I ain't never missed, son.
Name's Ricky. Ricky the cop, I says. Do you work for this mysterious Mr. Tourniquet that I'm assuming will play a significant part in this season?
The Bullseye Bastard don't work for nobody, but I can be a sort of gun for hire if the pay is right.
So was you hired by him to kill me?
What's with all the questions? Are you the law? I don't talk to no law. If I find out you've been asking around about me, I'll shoot you dead where you stand. Now you can roll on out of my town like the godforsaken tumbleweed that you are, or you can meet me tomorrow at high noon in the town square for a shootout.
This is my town too, bub, and I ain't running nowheres. I'll take that challenge.
Then it's settled. You better not turn yellow on me. I'll see you tomorrow at high noon in the town square for a shootout. And as you're going to sleep tonight, I hope the last thing that you think about before you close your eyes is that I ain't never miss. So just to clarify, I'll see you tomorrow at high noon at the town square for a shootout. I ain't never miss. Now don't go getting yellow on me. I'll be there, Ricky, at high noon tomorrow in the town square for a shootout. And don't you forget, I ain't never miss. That's the town square for a shootout. High noon tomorrow. Bring your irons, Ricky, 'cause I ain't never miss. See you at high noon tomorrow for a shootout in the town square. I ain't never miss a shootout, lawman. Better bring your measurements for the coffin to the town square tomorrow at high noon for the shootout. Once again, that's high noon tomorrow, the town square. Shootout, Ricky, a shootout. I ain't never miss, Ricky. I ain't never miss. Nurse, bring me another whiskey.
I throws back my whiskey and exit the bar, wheezing, and head back to my office, confused at how this suddenly turned into a Wild West setting. I rest up that night, and as my eyes close, I think about how the Bullseye Bastard ain't never missed. The next day I heads to the town square at 11:30 a.m. for a shootout with the Bullseye Bastard at high noon at the town square. I walk around the corner and into the town square, where I see the townsfolk gathered to view the shootout, but the Bullseye Bastard ain't nowhere in sight. I turns to the old maid in the crowd who owns the convenience store in town and ask, "Where is he?"
He'll be coming along any minute now. My grandson always runs late. I think his watch is broken.
A few minutes later, the Bullseye Bastard walks around the corner and into the town square, 100 feet away from me, his hand on his holster.
Thank you all for coming to one of my town famous shootouts. And like I always say, noon at the town square. I ain't never miss. We've got an intruder in town. A funny dressed man, if that's what he considers himself to be. He ain't even wearing spurs. I sat with him for 10 minutes yesterday, and this boy only had but one whiskey. He even asked the barkeep if he could have it on ice. Ice, everybody. If there's a man who's more deserving to be killed right here and now at noon in the town square for this here shootout, I ain't never met him. Oh, and he's the law, and I don't think too kindly of the law. I aim to kill you in 1 minute, Rick, and see you hang in Fort Smith at Grandma's convenience. Fill your hands, you son of a bitch.
We turn and take 3 steps back before spinning and shooting each other. My hand fumbles my revolver, and the Bullseye Bastard shoots me, and true to his word, hits straight in the heart. But it bounces off of my adamantium skeleton, barely puncturing my skin, and heads back to the bastard and knocks him down cold in the town square. "It's Brittany, bitch," I says before turning away. I gets on my horse and rides back to my office across the city.
It was then that the utterly shocked and slightly disappointed townspeople left the town square. After the area had cleared and the dust had settled, the Bullseye Bastard rose to his feet and reiterated how he still ain't never missed, before heading back into the bar.
To be continued.
The town square. Shootout, Ricky, a shootout.
Oh, you probably need the script.
Yeah, that'd help.
I'm just sitting here staring at it.
Shh. Listen. Hey, quiet over there. Quiet. Maybe score some Crystal Pepsis along the way if you know what I mean. This is my story. Oh God, there's so much stuff.
Yeah, you wrote this whole episode basically.
My name's Ricky. Ricky the cop, I says. Oh man.
Listen, I ain't. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, here we go. That's good.
What is that word?
When did I write this?
In January?
How much whiskey did I have in me?
A lot. Let's change that.
That's Granny Gummers. That's classic Granny Gummers.
My. Do you want to be stuffy narrator? You ever seen Pushing Daisies?
No.
Oh, that's how I figured his voice would be.
Was it going to be like Old West narrator? Where it's like a prospector?
Could be. Stuffy
Or
prospector narrator.
It was then that.
Oh, I'm just Granny. Should I do Grandpa Gummers? It was then that utterly shocked and slightly disappointed. That's Grandpa Gummers. That's classic.